Good morning, everyone. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. We're just starting our morning session. There I am. All right. So interesting news this morning. It looks like we may get a rate cut in September. Market just started to go up. So what I'm going to go over real quick for those of you that are watching on the replay, we're going to go in talking about custom scanners. We're going to go in about the Thinkorswim layout, which is what we're trading live this morning. We're going to go into professional indicators that are used by pros, as well as the strategy that we're trading. Then we're going to get the trade desk report, which I just got and everybody's diagnosing right now after that report. So I'll bring that and the levels over for everybody. We'll go over all those levels that the big boys are saying to watch today, and then we're going to trade live. So yesterday was a bit of a roller coaster, but I'll go into that again in a few minutes. So these are the custom scanners we'll be using. Let me just check my latency real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just between 4 and 5 seconds. So that's how much you're going to see me delayed from what's happening on price action. I will call out the levels. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You need to do your own due diligence. Don't just follow my trades. Trading's very risky. My results are not typical, especially yesterday where I lost the money I had. But anyway, and you should trade in a simulator first for like 2 to 3 months and make sure you understand and you're green, hopefully. Have a day trading plan, maximum loss per trade, maximum loss per day, and log every single trade. Okay, so be very careful, guys. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. It isn't a game, even though it may seem like it when I'm trading. Remember, my day trading plan is going to be different than others because I have different finances than you do. So everybody has their own plan. And you'll see me sometimes take a scalp into a day trade and take a day trade into a swing trade. You'll see me start by buying the dip, but then maybe start trading a momentum for that price action, or maybe do the strike and recoil. So, I'm going to move, bob and weave in the moment, because every single second changes things. So you just got to learn how to do that. So what you're basically doing is you're trying to look for the most of the indicators and historical data and tools. The more you can find that point the direction you want to trade, or the direction that it's showing you should trade, you're trying to line as many up as you can so you have a better probability. So on this over here, you'll see the scanners that I use. These are coded in. You start with Thinkorswim's basic way you build a scanner, and I have videos on that. And then I enter custom codes, and primarily the codes that I have put in is so that it has liquidity and it has volume of over 100,000 per 1 minute 1 minute time frame. So you can see AMD was unbelievable yesterday. It went down to 3,000 volume. I've never seen it that low in a minute, 3,000. That was just insane. And I kind of got stuck in the red because nothing was moving. Anyway, I'll go a little deeper into that. So I ended up green, but I was way more green before I realized I was reading false data based on no volume. Just kind of messed me up before I really realized what was happening. And it can happen even to, pros that trade every single day. I do 3 to 4 sessions a day, and I get fooled and confused regularly. The market's an ever-moving beast. So this is going to help me find the ones I go for based on that data. Some are based on liquidity to make sure we're moving enough. Some are based on how many shares are moving, what's the volume moving in 1 minute. So we're always getting a mover for scalping. Here you have a 5-minute chart, 1 minute chart, a 15-minute chart, a reduced day chart. Those are all linked together. Those are what I'm going to be using to trade. I have the QQQ here. I changed this from the SPY to the SMH, which seems to be moving more in the stocks that we trade. So I'm going to keep that here for now because I was almost entirely relying on the QQQ and not the SPY. So we'll see if this helps out a bit. I'm going to try that. And I have so those are both on 1 minute charts. This is the news down here. This is the active trader where I'll push the buttons, set the share size, take my trades, right? And then this is the level 2, the book, the order flow, however you want to refer to it, the auction. Okay. On this 1 minute chart, I'll have the 9 and the 20 EMA, the day average of the 20, 50, 100, or 200. This is pretty much moving the same as the 50. I called it the 50 yesterday, and it was actually the 20 that I was using. I find that the levels work very, very close, similarly when you're using them as support or resistance. This has the VWAP. And then we get into the special indicators that will change your life, because they're basically going to tell you which way to go. Help you find the stock first. Liquidity, the true target projection is going to tell you how long to stay in that move, which is really good. We talked about that yesterday in more detail. The MACD is convergence, divergence, and it's going to give you arrows and alerts. Same with the RSI, oscillator, whether you're overbought or oversold, arrows and alerts. Same thing with the market magnet. You can see me call out with arrows what it's doing, which is the volume profile based on today intraday action. Very, very handy. And I'm going to go in deeper on the intraday reaction zones in just a minute. The multi-chart consensus we talked about, that's where other people trade 5, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. And you'll see that I have the vertical lines here so that it reminds me when we're getting close. And this Python overlay is going to flash and warn me too as it counts down each 1 minute. I just coded that in myself, so that's over now at the $1 Million Margin Club. And then so knowing when other people trade is so important, knowing when they go in and out of levels, because they're going to trade on higher time increments, right? And then we have the whole and half dollar. You can draw those lines yourself. This makes it really easy on every stock, which reminds me, let me make sure I have that at 0. I do not. So let's get that at 0. And then you have the Scalp-Pro meter down here, which is really the engine that drives everything right down here, because you can see inside the candlesticks. So I have a link to the entire layout, including all the indicators on them that I use, that I find help me make a profit every day. I've been green every day for 3 or 4 months now, every single day, green. Doesn't mean I haven't had some red trades, but I end up green, I recover, I come back, and then that's a good time to show yesterday what drama that was, and I ended up with like 16 bucks. But we're doing good for the first week of August. We're only going for $100 or $200 a day. And that yesterday was up well over 200, and I blew it on the afternoon session coming in. And I was just simply trying to get it to 300. That's all I was going for. And I didn't want to drop below 150, and I didn't stick to it. I honestly thought that the move I was in, I can't remember if it happened to me on AMD and MU, I think, that it had a certain pattern it was following and then suddenly just completely stopped, which is what you have to count on, right? What I didn't count on was how bad the market orders were going to kill me. And when I got in and got out, and how the way it was recovering changed because the volume had dropped so much, from like 100,000 to like under 10,000 across the board on all the stocks. I was looking up here yesterday on the ones that I normally trade, and they were these kind of numbers. They were pre-market numbers. It was insane. I mean, maybe not quite this low, but they were very low. I think the highest one was NVIDIA at like 50K, and it had been at around 300K. So it was just, I couldn't get out of the position I was in. It was just without just getting completely destroyed. So I stayed longer, and that's when it took. So it wasn't until the power hour that at 3 p.m. East Coast time, New York Stock Exchange, that it actually started to increase. And I was just about to take a loss of 60 bucks for the day. It wasn't terrible, And then I saw that and I go, oh God, let's go back to MU. 2 quick trades. I was green. At that point, third session and the afternoon was a roller coaster. I was exhausted, honestly, guys. I had worked out that day, and I know Charlie and her crew some of them were still red, and I usually stick around. I just said, you're on your own. I can't in this last hour. And I guess they did pretty good. There were 2 people that were still red, but under 100 bucks red, so that's not too bad. And they're doing very good this month. Everybody's very green for the month. But anyway, that said, yeah, I have never seen anything like that on these large stocks. So you can bet I'm going to be watching that. That's really strange. Now, with this news today, we can kind of expect that our chips and memory chips and memory stocks are going to go up. Overall, it looks like we might be getting a rate cut in September, but really, we want to see the inflation news. If you just went strictly by this jobs data, we could get a rate cut in September. And I think that's why the market jumped right after 8:30. They had that news and the market went right up. But right now it's only a buck up on the SPY. The QQQ is up $10. Yeah. Saw AMD went way over. It was 503 and now it's back to 499. So I think people are calming down a little bit. You can see 504. Yeah, right there. And now it's coming back to its $500 level. Let's see if that holds it. That'll be interesting. I probably will trade this at the open based on the catalyst and the fact that it's usually easier to read. It's good for me, this stock, but we'll see as we get closer what it really looks like. So our strategy, guys, before we get into the intelligence report, I know all you guys that know it, but this is for the people that are watching the replay, right? We are trading large cap, mega cap stocks in a range bound strategy. How do we get that range? We go by the ATR, the average true range. It's calced on the previous day's open and close, and it's what all the big trade desks do. And you need to have a range. It's calced on the previous day close, but it's over a 14-day average, smoothed out Wilder's mathematical formula. Okay, and it's a good time to talk about this indicator here, which is the intraday reaction zones. So what that's going to give us, and I'll get back to the strategy, what that's going to give us is going to give us the ATR quarter, half, and whole. Seems that the half is the most respected. If you read Day Trading Volume 1, the only real large cap strategy book out there, I recommend getting it. It talks about how the half fib, the half ATR is more respected, as well as the Fibonacci levels, which is why my mouth slipped on fibs. They're very important too. If you're trading like the RV strategy, which is completely a longer day trade than a scalp, although you see me scalp it like a madman. So, but that indicator, the reaction zone indicator, which I have links to, it's going to give you those levels all the time as horizontal lines, as well as the pre-market low, center, and high. These are reaction zones. These are zones, areas. You don't want to, maybe not the exact price, right? Although you will often see it stop dead at the exact price going up or going down of like the half ATR, this particularly the half ATR or the high sometimes. And it's because other traders react at that level. Some try to jump the gun, and then it might, if it's a resistance level, it might suddenly go down just before it. But it's a good idea to have them. I have them on every chart because I have that indicator. So the rest of that strategy is we're trading in a range bound, so we're trying to find a ceiling and a floor based on beginning ATR levels. And then within that, we're making that tighter on quarter and half ATR levels. And within that, we're looking at the pre-market low, center, and high, and trying to find tighter ceilings and floors and channels. And within that, we're looking at historical data, which is, I marked a few here this morning, like look at this happen 2 days ago and stop dead. Now we're on our way back up. So we're going to want to look. And actually, that should be marked at the $10 level. That should be marked, and we'll get a double reaction zone at 530. Did that change that much? No, it's still right there because I marked that right here without really zooming in. So these levels are potentially reaction zones. Like this one, you can see it's a little lower. We should go down, take this to the 50-cent level, right? Not 57 cents. So that's a $0.50 is an emotional level. So these are actually, that's not the one. I was looking at this one. I wanted to make at the 513 level. So historical data, guys, may or may not come into play. You respect them till you don't. But knowing where the price action has abruptly turned around, and nobody can tell you why. Probably some of the brokerages can, because they did some dark pool actions, or they know the depth of the options and other things. They may be, with their algorithms, controlling that turnaround, but we're never going to know. You can pay for that service. We'll talk about that again in a minute. For each broker, you can buy inside data and stuff. And now Trump is selling his posts, which in my opinion should be criminal. But since we can't stop it, we have to find a way to get them too, So if you can't beat them, join them, right? If you're just trying to make money. So as we tighten that down between the ceilings and floors, we react at those levels, and we'll go short off the resistance of the ceiling and long off the support of a floor. And then within that, we're going to do the strike and recoil, where the price action's moving up. It doesn't just go up, 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 up. It goes up, back, all the way up, right? So we hit that recoil and then get out, hit the recoil, get out, because it may go up and you're trying to go long and suddenly it goes down. If you hit the recoil, in my opinion, you have the advantage. Now, it could just go up and not barely recoil, and then you're stuck. And then that's why I only go in 25% of my share size, that sometimes I will hit it again as it goes up and then move my price point up so that the next recoil catches it. But that's very dangerous. Have your own day trading plan, and you will see me trade at the open if there's an opportunity. And I don't recommend you do that because I don't have enough data. It's really the seat of your pants over many, many, many years of reading in the minute market orders washing out, in the second watching the market orders wash out, and then jumping in when I feel there's going to be a bump. I like to go long more than short at the open, but that's me, and that's a different animal than you. Maybe you're better. I'm just saying everybody's different. So it's very, very risky because we don't have enough data. All right, let's go into the intelligence report, guys. It's the same formula that Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Citigroup, Barclays, RBC Capital Markets, and a lot of other trade desks use the same formula, but they have a bunch of proprietary, I have a mental, like a brain cells missing when I pronounce that word. I wasn't an English teacher, right? I was a math teacher. But they have stuff, gamma exposure levels and their dark pools and internal quantitative models and stuff that may change their numbers. We found that it's very, very close to the beginning, data before they throw in all their private stuff. Now you can, like I said, you can pay for some of this depending on where you're trading. It's usually a couple, $3,000 a month for the big boys. So, you probably don't want to do that, but most people can just work around it. So there was a report, sent things up. I'm thinking, and depending on the inflation report, we might get a rate cut, which is definitely what Trump wants before the midterm. So there's a lot of things. If there's any kind of data supporting a rate cut, I bet the new Fed wants to stay friendly with Trump, and we're going to get. And I, politics aside, I would love to be trading a rate cut. We would all be making money. So let's hope for that. Long term, it's probably not the best thing. I don't know though. I don't know. It's so hard to read this economy. I just don't know. My opinions are my own. I do not speak for the management. Anyway, so SpaceX holding near the flat. Yeah, so 911 million insider shares became eligible yesterday. Not a lot happened. I mean, it went up and down. Palantir recovering from yesterday's profit-taking session. Okay, here we go, guys. So let me make sure I'm under my picture. Thank you. Person, I can't remember your handle right now, but that is always kind pointed out to me that I was covering the data. It's so hard to remember to look over here. So I'm going to show these on my charts in a minute. We have about 8.5 minutes before we start trading. But if you want to take a snapshot right now, these levels are no joke if you're just tuning in. These are like, you can set your watch to these levels. It's amazing how accurate they are because so many big boys follow them. So they make it come true, Let's go take the next snapshot down from just below Marvel. Yeah, this is the first one. If you want to take that shot, this is the overall average of the analysts say that, what they set that value at, that stock smoothed out between the 5 top analysts. I probably should just list those so you guys know. So pivot, high, low. Okay. And now we're talking about the trade in the first half hour to hour, what they're suggesting. If you want to take a snapshot of that, MU and Marvel, you're going to see me looking at these. Probably Intel and AMD. I'll start with AMD and might just stay there if I'm making money. Or I might run with my tail between my legs if I'm losing money. And then Palantir. And then finally we have in the first 15 minutes. I look at this at the first 1 minute, really. They're saying everything is long based on this news. So, all right, guys. So that's the report. Let me get into showing you on the charts those levels. I'll call them out. I also have the news up here, which is Benzinga and Thinkorswim news on the SPY and the QQQ. We will start with AMD. We'll open up these 5-minute charts. You should have all the tickers listed downward and then columns across the top for floor, pivot, ceiling. Okay, that's how I'm going to read them. So here we go with AMD first. The floor is $478.25. The pivot is $498. The ceiling is $517.73. Tesla, the floor is $315. The pivot is $322.43. The ceiling is $329.87. Apple, the floor is $307.75. Again, you'll see these right at its pivot because that's how accurate these levels are. It's pretty amazing. $312.41 on the pivot, $317.08 on the high. NVIDIA on the ceiling. NVIDIA, $216.61 floor, $220.50 pivot, $224.40 ceiling. MU is $864.17 floor, $906.64 pivot, $949.12 on the ceiling. Intel, $97.79 on the floor, $101.93 on the pivot, $106.07 on the ceiling. We're trading live in about 5 minutes, guys. Marvel, $208.17 for the floor, $217.83 on the pivot, $227.50 on the ceiling. Amazon, $268.54 on the floor, $273.33 on the pivot, $278.13 on the ceiling. Palantir, coming back from a dip yesterday, 154.07 floor, 158.26 pivot, 162.45 ceiling. See how they're all testing their pivot? It's a good level to look at if you're trading the open. Again, I don't recommend that you do. 140.80. This is Oracle. 140.87 floor. 144.77 pivot. 148.68 ceiling. Somebody emailed me and said, "Don't you get nervous doing all these data just before the market opens?" I'm like, "No, I don't." I don't, because I've been doing this so long. I'll be adjusting things 2 seconds before I'm ready to trade. So no, but that's just a state of mind and a perspective thing. So I'm not bragging about that. When you trade, that long, you don't get nervous about trading anymore. When in a position, sometimes you do, but floor on Avco Broadcom 417.04, pivot 425.58, 434.13 ceiling. Meta is 577. Okay, hang on, guys. Am I reading ones that don't exist? No. Okay. 577.54 floor, 589.54 pivot, 601.54 is the ceiling. And then the last one is SpaceX. We skipped a bunch, but 108.96 floor, 114.45 pivot, 119.95 is the ceiling. So I'm going to go back to AMD and get ready to trade this live in 3 minutes. I've already done my historical data on this, which is great. Let me get the other stuff set up. So I see I've got the $500 level marked here too. So it did come below to the quarter ATR. Now you can't respect the, you got to be careful putting too much thought into the levels from pre-market. Definitely the indicators from, as you can see, the pre-market levels filled in over here on this 5-minute chart. That's the low, center, and high. And we'll zoom in so we can really see this now. Oops. Although at the open, this doesn't matter. I'm just, so I don't forget, I need to be able to glance over quickly as now normally we're going to trade the grind, the resting, the consolidation for these large caps. That's usually after 9:45 a.m., 15 minutes into the market. Look at that. Man, I want that. I want that trade right now. Man, that would be a great dip, huh? Thinking about just going in now, but I'll wait. I don't know why that did that. Interesting. Did everything do that? Or was that just AMD? Oh, NVIDIA went straight down to almost like some news I didn't see. Somebody must have said something. It's not hitting Benzinger or anything. I mean, it's not that big of a move. It's just weird how it was. Well, Intel didn't go down. Neither did Apple. MU slightly. Tesla went down, and NVIDIA and AMD both went down like that real quick, which is like a $2 drop. Guess it's just not enough to worry about. People are just offloading stuff, and we got about a minute to go, guys. Be careful. Welcome all you filing in on stream. We have a full Zoom. We do have Charlie's team trading with me early. I'm not sure I'm doing an afternoon session, so man, I'll tell you, makes me, if I do an afternoon session, I guess it has to be after 3 p.m., right? God, I mean, the power hour, right? The last hour of the market, because if that volume drops again, that was craziness. Watch that video from yesterday in the afternoon session. It didn't even dawn on me what I was up against before I was red. It's just like, what the heck, and then it just got worse since I was suddenly no way to come back. All right, guys, here we go. I have my share set at 50. A little dangerous on this stock. If it goes the wrong way, I could dig a hole. Got to be careful. 2 seconds. I'm going to go in right off the bat. And look how bad that hurt me. Look how bad that hurt me. I am going to stay into a deeper move. I honestly thought it was going to shoot straight up. So that's why I went in. But this is the danger of trading the open. You don't really know. Well, you don't really know anything anytime, but it had kind of already gone up a bit. So I think people are taking profit. I wish I would have waited here because this is getting worse. So, but I do think it's going to go back up. So we're waiting. We're waiting it out. It's exciting though, right? right in on an exciting trade that is going to rebound because I will it to do so. Here it comes. I will add to my position as it starts to recover. That's my idea. Not seeing a lot of upward momentum to do that right now, so kind of has me trapped here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go for it here. Now, it could hurt me bad, obviously, but it does have momentum upward, so I'm trying to catch that and get out of a bad trade. Well, let's see. And unfortunately, momentum came and left. My afternoon woes continue in the morning. Well, I've got the volume, so that's not the problem. Right. It's going to shake me out of this if it doesn't turn around soon. All the way down to 93. It was the big trade that I lost yesterday that actually got me red. As always, within 30 seconds, it went straight up, and I would have had like a couple $100 profitable trade. Instead, I got $250 loss or something. It was tragic. Tragic. Here we go. Because I misjudged this, I really just want to get out of this. I'm not looking for a big profit here, but I could have got out green there, maybe, because you got to keep in mind I'm going market to get out. Wow, I should have just taken that, huh? Looked like it was going to go, like it was going to shoot up. Looks like, maybe, kind of. Wow, so it did give me an opportunity, and I did not take it, and now I'm going deeper in trouble here. Wow, that's way more than I want to lose. So we are shaken out of this trade in very short time here. Will it give me another shot? No. I got to get out, guys. That's too bad. So that was a terrible start this morning. That was a terrible start. Really weird that that happened. But NVIDIA went straight up. We're going to try to ride this up. $490 level would definitely be a buy for me. It's almost there. I'm going to take that. We're going to hold this deep, guys, and maybe be a little bit of pain here. We have a good week. I'm going to just take a base hit there. See if it gives me an opportunity down there again. Wow. Take another base hit there. That was a recoil trade, or buy the dip, you might want to call it, if it's going down. I'm gonna try to use my scalping skills to get out of this mess that I got myself into. It was a new low. I'm gonna get that. That showed momentum. Oh boy, did I call that wrong? It showed momentum, but it was the wrong way momentum. Oh no, that's terrible. Well, that's 1% value of this account right now. So this is bad. Okay. I did not expect this flush. Don't trade like me this morning. So you might see a little different style from me today because I gotta get out of this. Let's see here. Just slow down and see what's going on with the levels. Look at that. That is craziness. People now reading this news as bad news? Yeah, everything's going down now. Quick, it's interesting how fast that changed from good news to bad news. It's at 482. Yeah, we're way below all these levels. $481 right now. We're in this area right here. I don't really see anything. I mean, that's an old ATR level, and yeah, we're below that too. Got it over here. Oh my God, huh? So it's about to hit the floor. That would be the net. Oh, it already turned around. I missed it here. Yeah, it turned around right at the 80. I'm going to lower this and try to climb out with scaling and not go for such big trades. Yeah, the spread's pretty big, but it's moving in such a way that, so it's holding that 85 level. Yeah, everything's starting to come back on the other stocks too. Yeah, okay, we're gonna take that momentum up. And I lowered my share size so I can scale in down here if it goes down. I don't want to lose the whole week today. We also will scale in as it goes up. So actually, I might just take if it breaks $100, I'll take that trade and look for a dip. Like it did up here for a second, and I do think it's going to recover, but it's better to play it safe and just start to take the base hits as it goes up. Yeah, it stopped again. Not exactly brimming with confidence here. That should send it up. Let's see. Wow. It is all over the board here. Let's try to get a little base hit here just because it keeps threatening to go back down. So I'm right here trying to get out for a smaller amount, like 50 bucks or so. A little less than $50 if it picks me up. There it goes. Well, I'm stuck over here, guys, for now. Looking for a big dip. It's down here at 85.64. Not too long ago. Give me a dip first. Give me a dip. Wow, it's really grinding here. Volume still over 100. Take it there. All right, I got a little base hit there. Really watching order flow more than levels right now, guys. And the recoiling area. Looking to get in on a little bit of a dip. I'd like to see it 86 at least, but I don't know if we'll get down that low again because it's stair-stepping up. Sometimes that's easy to call, and other times this is a little more difficult. Wow. So it could turn around right here at 490. Stop its upward momentum for a pullback. That's where I want to catch it if it pulls back down there. Oh, it's going to break it. It's pretty strong. Hit the 490 and kicked back, but not much. It's going for a breakout. So I'm going to jump in it in anticipation of breaking the 490. Again, we're just 50 shares now, so I can scale in if it drops down. I'll take that. It's a little base hit. Going to take a while at this rate to get back, but we're making progress. Now, is it going to hold the 490? No, it dropped. Still might reject. I mean, it's not the way this is moving. The 490 might still be a ceiling, and it pulls back down to 485. So I'd be careful right here, which is what I am being. I'll take that though on a recoil back up. Even if it fades, I was hoping to catch a recoil there. That already happened, so I guess not. We're doing market just to make sure I have more, I can take more trades that way, less profit. Jeez. Yeah, so there's the fade I was talking about that just happened, that could happen. See if it holds that level. All right, I'm going to go in, managing a bad trade, trying to get out as I scale in. Just waiting it out. All right, so we got a little base hit out of that. We'll get back down to 50. What are we at there? 88, 87. Take that. Looking for a recoil back up again. Got it at 47. I think that's a good spot, honestly. Looking for a little bigger move than that. Take it. The way that it's wandering around, I'm just going to take that smaller trade. See if we can get a better dip. I was at 42, I think, a minute ago. See if we can get it to drop. Oh, there it goes. All right. Still not sure what this is doing this morning. Got caught up in this mess. My own devices. So we're back up to 490. I kind of missed that. Recoil's a little stronger going up, but not much. We'll take that. 36. Just taking a little trade, guys. I don't even know if I got money on that. I might have lost money. 46 out, 36 in. So a tiny win. Made a little tombstone there. It's not officially a tombstone if it's not at the top of a move. Meaning that's the grave and that's the writing, you know. If you wondered. Candlestick Pattern Playbook has all that stuff, guys. See if we can get an inertia down and hit market as it's going down hard. Take that. 63. All right, I think that's good. But then there it goes. So let's break back up there, guys. Order flow says up. Let's do it. Yeah, recoil's over. I'm getting ready to take a lesser loss if it doesn't do something quick here. Man, it keeps showing that it's going to go up and then doesn't do it. All right, I got a little bit there. Now it's making the bigger move right after I jumped out. Boom. Yeah, it kept showing that and then just not realizing itself there. So break out of the 490 might be a much bigger move up. Tesla's making a big move. That's good. Since I have that swing in that stock. Yeah, everything's kind of going down. So I don't have a lot of confidence in riding this high. In fact, I might go with a short up here. It's making a flat top here. So is it really going to break out? And you can see it here too. 15 just says down. Let me get a better read on this now that we're into the grind here. So we can start to rely on these indicators a little bit more. All right, here's the magnet. We'll get out of this mess. So here's our VWAP. I'm going to go short near that VWAP, guys. I'm going to take that. Looking for a recoil down now. We'll take that. It's a minor trade. Look at that, huh? You give me a bigger dip, guys. I'm going to go in there on a momentum up. Take that real quick one. Got out at 22, got in at 16. That was a very small trade. Showed more money, but it's dangerous to look at the money because that's not going to realize on market very much. All right. That is a pretty good dip from when it's been moving on the recoil. So let's see. Yeah, slowly digging out. I'm digging out of sand, so it's filling back in. Seller's really weakened right there, as you can see. $48. I was hoping to get it nearer to 30 cents there. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I saw that. I'm like, oh no. Yeah. Try to manage this by scaling. $76. I had a green trade, but I don't know if that would. Oh boy, that's too bad. And now I've got 100 shares, so now I'm back in the soup again here. Yeah, I got to get out. That's too bad. So I worked hard. Just took one trade to take 8 trades away. Man, I really don't have enough data to call this, and the price action is not fulfilling its mission, so to speak. Just wasn't ready to call this down today. The Q's even now. SPY's even. AMD is now down $10. Tesla's up 5, Apple's even, Nvidia's up 1, MU is down like 40 bucks. Intel's down 3, Marvel's down 7. It's just, you just never know what's going to set these things off, man. I'm glad I got out of that trade, but it was bad already before I got out. Unfortunately, a couple $100 or 175 bucks or something like that. You'd think that 85 would be the spot here, guys. It's a $5 level. You had a recoil of 70 cents. MACD's sending it down. Doesn't make me want to go long. So if you just wheel back your chair and think about this is really non-tradable right now, and I'm trying to squeeze blood out of a stone here. This is a non-tradable situation, no matter how good you think you are. You know, you gotta wait till we get some sort of consolidating readable action here. What can pull me out? MU probably can pull me out of this. It's at its floor right now. MU is. So it did hold 85 briefly. Jeez, just can't trade. If I start following it down, it could just go up $3 in a split second, $4, $5. I just can't call it. Can't call it, guys. This is more like gambling right now, for sure. A lot of times the short-term momentum is all I need. It's not, the order flow isn't, it calls out something that it doesn't realize it. So it keeps hitting me that way. See, that should go up right now. So let's see what it does. Break 87, maybe 87.50. That's what should happen right now. But no, see, if I jumped in that, I'd already be sweating. Nope, went the opposite way. How high did it go? 87.36. It hasn't closed the candle yet, but we're coming up to a 1 hour alignment. This will be interesting to see what happens here. See how this is alerting us that we got 6 seconds to this could take off here. It's all red across the board on multi-chart alignment. There it goes. So let's see what happens. It should go down now based on multi-chart alignment. Yeah, there it goes. Magnet just pulled down too, so that's going to hammer it down like a hammer. There it goes. Coming to the 85 again. Do I dare take the 85? I'm kind of gun shy at trading this, really. Yeah, MU is calling to me. It's resting on its floor. So that's like 3 times now at 85. It turned around. Everything went green here except the 4-hour. And then it just hit 87. There's the 87.50 I was looking for a minute ago. Is it starting to curl up for real? I kept it at 100 on purpose. It's taking too long to dig out. You'll see me trade 500 or 1,000 shares sometimes just to get out in like one trade, you know, if the data supports it. But not on this account. I won't do that, but here we go again. Still, it went all the way back up to 80. That was $1, over $1 recoil right there. Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger and I saw how strong that was. But yet it came back. See how the volume just dropped? I'm watching that a lot more these days. MU blew through its floor now. What's really is interesting is you know, they're not moving the whole market or anything. Yeah, SMH is down. I just added it to my watch list up here. It's down $7. All right. Well, I think I'll go in at the 85. At least we're getting some resting and consolidating here. So we might as well, let's see if we can make a move here on this stuff. Well, that didn't go well. It gave me a bad entry and should have expected it, and then it broke it pretty strongly right after that too. So it's making a flat bottom to break out rather than support. Hoping it's going to recoil right now. Hope is not a strategy. It's going to shake me out if it goes much further. It's the not being able to read it that bothers me more than the money, guys. It's just, this is what I stake what I do on, being able to read these things, and AMD is taking me through a real churning situation. It's going to get out. I was thinking was a lesser loss is what that was, right? I think I had a better position than that. Got out at 196. no, 27.19, yeah. So I lost 8 cents on that trade, but I'm happy to get out of it, honestly. Just didn't like it. You saw how bad it got, so. Oh, MU's going up. What's happening here? Is everything starting to go up? Everything looks like it's starting to go up. What do we have over here? We're right at the 85 still. Man. See if I can catch it on a dip on the bid so I don't get screwed on the position. Tried to get it, so I got it right away at 22. Let's see if I can get out. So that was good. That worked. Ask and bid worked for me that time. Everything is going up. Yeah, we can't keep looking for dips when we got to jump on momentum sometimes here. Tried to catch it down there. 82 cents. Got it. Looking for the momentum up. We had a decent trade there for a second, but it didn't pick me up. Now we're back to why I don't like trading ask, because I had like a $30 trade there. Let's see if it swings back up. Yeah, it did. So it did pick it up. Be patient, Professor. Looking down there closer to the 86.75. Oh, it's starting to turn around again. Look out. It was a doji, but I was watching everything else go down too. I'm gonna go for it. Try to catch it there, hoping that it's not a big flush again. Try that. That's a decent trade. You should pick me up there. That was a decent trade. You came in late. I'm still trying to dig out. Yesterday we got back green in the afternoon. Well, I was green in the morning. I lost some in the afternoon, but I got red. Came back, so we're still up for the week. This could really put a dampering in it, though, the way it's been going this morning. Looking to go off anywhere near the 85 level on a bid. I'll try to pick it up and look for a recoil up. Tried to pick it up there at 85.05. Got it. Let's hope it doesn't flush, and we'll go for a recoil up. And it's not playing nice with me. Some momentum, showing momentum up here. See if we can catch that. It's a $50 trade for a split second, and then it went away. And then depression set in. There's another momentum move up on the order flow. It just seems to get eaten up and disappear every time it goes up. Oh dear, I took my eyes off it and that's what happened. Wow. You are not being a good sport, Mr. Puppet Master. You are not being a good sport with me today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of this trade, guys. It's not looking good. There's a slowdown. Turn around right here. I'm getting tired. Honestly, just getting tired. It's like, wow. It's beating me up, man. Should stop at the 480 level. And maybe I should just stop beating my head against the wall and just go short. Well, this isn't a good way to end. It was a good week, really. Been a good 3-4 months without a single red day. I'm not giving up yet, but I'm not liking the look of this. It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back this morning. I keep going long biased here, and that could be the problem. Well, guys, I hope you're doing better than me. I'm afraid to ask what's going on over here. Most of those guys are trading MU right now. I'm going to switch to short biased as this goes up. So I want to identify my levels and keep a close eye on the Scalp-Pro. We're coming up to a 15-minute alignment. And see if I can bail out by doing short biased. And we were holding the 485 just 5 minutes ago, and now it's $5, $4 to $5 down from there. Enough to almost get me green had I just played the short biased. It's how fast it can happen, you know, if you're just going the right way. Don't let the 15-minute or 5-minute green fool you. It's just because we crossed that line. Sellers were weak, but still, you see how the buyers dropped off so fast when it went up? And it broke the 80. Wow, I was wondering if that would hold it. This is just tumbling down today. I guess they're selling the news and the idea that there was going to be a rate cut. All right, we're going to give it a shot. See if we can get in right there at 50 cent and look for that downward move back down to the 480. We're going to try to hold for the 480 level. I mean, it broke that candle, so there's some logic that would say don't go short there, but MACD's sending it up. I don't want to see that. Is it decided it's going to turn around when I switch to short biased? I honestly don't trust that it's going to go down. Looking at it, it just doesn't look like it's going to go down. Oh my God. Yep. RSI says go back up. There we go. Now we're getting down there. Let's go back down to the 80. Let's take that base hit and see if it gives it to me. Right here at the 12 cents. Here it comes. Man, huh? Oh, I don't know. There you go. Another trade like that, and I'll be back to where I was before I did that really bad trade a minute ago. Of course, I'm having some decent exchange fees. They're probably added up to about 20 bucks by now. So it's consolidating here. This may be a sign that it has found its bottom. So both the 5 and the 15 are green now. Still looking to short, guys. We're right at the 9. I'm looking up at the 20. So anywhere near 84, I'd probably try a short. Missed the move there. Volume's holding at 50K. Yep, it was already a good move down there. So making a little bit of a flat top there. I'm going to do an intraday mark at 83 to see if it's going to break out from that. The QQQ is just at its VWAP now pulling back again. Do not want to switch back to long biased yet. Well, at least it's an entertaining show for those that aren't trading and just watching. The struggling professor. Still got a green week on this account, so we can look at the upside. If I don't blow it here. Yeah, we were like 900 bucks before today, so now we're like 500, just around 500. Trying to think of something positive. Haven't had a red day like, I don't know, many, many months. I wasn't thinking I was going to do a third session today, but I might have to if this stays red. How red are you guys? Charlie's team. Somebody's $600 down. So you're trading even more share size than I was. What's the biggest one? 627 in the chat. And the best one is 200 down. So everybody's red over there. So now I've got that to deal with. Kudos on the only 200 down. Good for you. And I'm sure there's lots of people that just shorted this and are just doing killer right now. What are you talking about? I got 3,000 bucks, man. What's your problem, professor? Well, I'm sure when the chat starts for everybody here, we'll have all manner of how people are doing. So it did drop off that 83. It went up to 83.50, which is 50 bucks, you know, so at this share size. Just really don't want to go long right now again. Really feeling that long is not my friend right now. Apple's making a big move up. I'm adjusting these charts up here so I can follow along to see the big boys kind of move in unison. So is it going to hold this area here? This is the 8. Where is 80? 80's like right here. How far down did it go? It went to 78 right there. It's talking me into going long again, guys. Slowing way down as it gets near that $10 level. Turning around now. I'm going to grab a momentum upward here. That's why I went market, so I could go get a quick move up. There we go. That was fairly decent. Got out at 82.04. Got in at 81.43. So that was a decent trade, over a $50 trade. And it hit the 83 where I wasn't even looking because I was so busy counting my accolades that I missed that move right there, that I could have shorted it off that level. But it does seem like it wants to go long, doesn't it, guys? It's like it's trying to break out here. So this is what we could have here. We've got a channel, which normally is great. Normally, it's not been a normal week. Although we navigated it really well, and then yesterday had trouble, and today that's continuing. Sellers are very strong right now, 100%. I got that high. I got that very high, but we'll get out. I bought high and sold higher. So yeah, I tried to catch that. So we're getting some really good momentum swings in this channel. So let me see if I can get short off the 83 again. Unless this is going to be the breakout. So I just got to kind of pause a second here before jumping in market was the way to get those trades. Again, a little risky. This could be the breakout, so I've got to be careful here. It is 83.12. Nope. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for the breakdown. Ugh. Just is not my friend today, guys. My God. Yep, I called it as the potential breakout, but then I took the chance anyway because I'm crazy that way. I take a lesser loss there, so I got out, which I believe is a lesser loss, but now it will feel free to, of course, retrace its price action. So yeah, so it finally broke that level. So, you know, are we able to be long biased again? Still hasn't come back at the price I had it at. So at this point, I was smart to get out. We'll look for a dip down here for sure. Wow, there it goes. Now I'd be like $600 and something down again. So glad I got out. We'll go a little later, guys. I see my clock disappeared. We're going to go a little later, guys, and I'm going to try to avoid having an afternoon session, but I'm going to get green, whatever it takes. That's my word. Wow, it's really turning around now. 485 would seem to be a pretty good. What is our recoil? 78. Looking to recoil off the 85 level. It's already done it. Now we're looking to get the dip off the 83 level. If it gets down anywhere near it. Volume is decreasing. This is concerning. There's a windup to go up right there. Is he going to give me a chance to get in here? Yeah, I'm gonna take that, guys. It looks like it's wow. That market. See, this is the problem with that market just toasted me. The market maker. Yeah. Yeah, as the volume drops, I get less and my fills get much worse over here. And that, unfortunately, is a bad sign for this trade right here. So may have to go to a different stock to bail out of this because this is getting harder and harder to read. And I wasn't doing too good at the in the beginning, so started with going long at the open. I dug the first hole right there. Then changed the way I traded to bail out of it, and then it got worse. Is it going to hold the 83 or not? And I'm almost out of this trade. Yeah, I'm out. All right, I hesitate to do it, but let's take a look at MU because this is not working and my time is fleeting. I got to take a beat and really look at this. So we've got 857 on this. Take a look at that. There's some real rises there on the buyers when they get a momentum move. So we're getting some grinding here, right below the floor. It dipped back off the floor. Interesting. Short off the floor. Got an actual low right around here on the 15-minute tweezer move, which is, I mean, it's above 850, but that is the $10 level, 850. So we'll set that as a possible floor. Certainly not with that price. Yeah, so it did get down there. $850, there it is. Yeah, so it did tweezer move right there. And that is our quarter ATR. So now it did respect that quite a bit. So it's something to think about as a buy. And see how the market magnet's coming in. So this is going to pull it up still. That should pop up. Let's see how well the indicators are calling this. Our volume's okay. Our spread is redonkulous. Let me get a bead on this a little bit. Recoiling just about $1.50. It says 136.202, so that's about right what I'm reading here. So if I went in 50 shares here and it went against me on a short, it's 1, 2, 3. It's like, you know, $150 to $200. And I am right now down 6 something, right? 602. So I've got to keep that in mind. How far do I really want to go red here before I just say it's not my day, which has not happened in a long time. So we just want to put that out of our mind. What do they call it? The August angst. It was the July jitters and the June swoon. Short-term action has never been so hard to call, right? Maybe the swing traders are doing fantastic. I don't know. I know the momentum traders are in the early morning. You know, they're doing pretty good. So we'll stay on for a bit, guys. I would not go to 50 shares if you're. I mean, I know you're in a hole, but this is very risky. I'm going to catch a smoothing level right around here. We'll try the bid first. There's 856. Wow. That was a big downward move there. I was just watching the bid, watching how much money went by. I'm like, oh dear. And had I picked that bid up, though, it ended up being at least $50 here or more. It's going to go back down. And there it goes. Look out. Always the first trade on a new stock like this is always the hardest to pull the trigger because I'm trying to get into that, seeing that pattern of the recoil in my head here. Holding the 855. Okay. I see it. Let's see if I see right. Yeah, 24 bucks anyway. I did the market, which, you know, cost me 25 bucks, but I might not have got the trade otherwise. Wow. And there's so many trades right there, guys. It's just a matter of pulling the trigger, really. The recoils are great. A quarter ATR right up here. "15-minute puts us much closer looking to the floor. It's way up here. It's $6 up. There it was. I saw it too, and I just didn't pull the trigger. All right, that should go. Just recoil like you did just a second ago. That did give me a good trade, didn't it? Yeah, okay. Looked like it was a loss. 553. It'll show like red here, but it fills where it should have filled, you know. No sign of turnaround yet. Now we have a sign. Let's see if we get it. Had the recoil. It was barely any recoil. There you go. That was a decent recoil anyway, so. It's just 50 shares. If we went 100, obviously, we'd be a lot faster, but a little gun shy for obvious reasons. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to grab that for a recoil. I mean, for a momentum up. This is a momentum trade here. There it goes. So that helped us. That break us below 400 over here, 505. At least this one is easier to read at this point. So AMD's dropped down to, well, no, it's still at 50K. Okay. Seems to be holding a 55 pretty consistently here. I don't have that marked for some reason. That's your 55 level right there. Woo! There she goes. There she blows. Her quarter ATR is way up here. We were looking at that a minute ago as a resistance. $57 and $58. $58 would be better to short at, but it's going down. Every candle's like 4 or 5 recoils if you just catch them. Every 1 minute time frame. That's why they call it the Strike and Recoil Strategy. And this gives you your risk to go for here. Looking closer to 853 to think about going long. Unless I switch to momentum here. Yeah, it's just slowing down what I can call here. There it was. All right. I got in high there on a momentum move. Yeah, I think I just paid for a trade is all I did there, I think. Right? Yeah, I'm right where I was. So didn't like the entry. Got out immediately, and at least I didn't lose money. Except the exchange fee. So we're trying to dig out here. Look at those recoils. It just beware of the flush, man. That's all. Looking for momentum here. Let's see if we get it. That was okay. That was a good trade. That brought us down below 500, right? Yeah, 462. Nice. There's what I was looking for it to get down to. But, oh, it just tapped it and went right back up $1.50. Wow. Missed that. There it goes. Man, I wish I was ready to hit that market down there. It just wasn't quite fast enough. You hear those beeps like doctor, professor, needed in radiology. Got it. Momentum up. Let's do it. That was a buy the dip and a pray for the momentum all at the same time. That's That's what that was. I think they only gave me like $7. Right? Is that all? It wasn't a bigger trade than I thought. No, it's just like a lot of slippage going on. Reminds me of that movie in Lucy where Scarlett Johansson walks into the operating room and reads the chart real quick, then just shoots the guy on the table. Oh, he was going to die anyway. I need help now. I was like, okay, that's one way to handle that. You need those doctors freed up. Yeah, we're going to go ahead, guys. Take that. So that got us a decent recoil real quick. Yeah, it passed the 57 on the market where I was looking to recoil. What's going on in the market? SPY's up $1. Q is right at its spot. So all that drama, the whole market's like pretty steady right now, even though I'm not. Look at that go, huh? 59. $60 level, guys. That's definitely a short for me. I'll take that. What did I get that at? Oh, that's way lower than I thought I was going to get it at. I need to get out of this trade. I get out of this trade. Any kind of green, just let me out. Oh, Jesus, get out of this trade. Get out of the trade. I think I lost money, but I wanted to get out of that trade. So that's why. See this coming in too is going to pull the magnet up like a springboard. Well, I guess holding it would have been better. They do that just so that they can prove me wrong. They're working against me. There's a whole team. Yeah, if you don't see it on this, you need to get out right away. It's just moving too much. Even with 50 shares, it's just moving too much. It's heading toward, it wants to break out of that 560. Look at it go. It's going to dip first. Looks like a dip first. Oh. It was way higher before, so. Okay, it tapped 560 for a minute. Didn't get it on the market maker, got it on the ask. Will it break down now, or is it going to break through? Let's see if let's wait for it to break down a little bit here. Man, that is strong. I'm going to go in, guys. That's just a strong upward move. So there we go. That gave me somewhat of a decent trade there. Brought me down to 414. It's hovering at 860 now. We're looking for a breakdown up here, guys. Let's see if we can get a breakdown here. I'm going to go for the breakdown right there and get ready to get out in a real hurry if it's not going to break down. And it gave me a nice little recoil there. So that was good. So 377. We're on our way. Let's not jinx it. Everybody doing okay? It's our max loss over there. 540. So it's getting better. I'm still looking to short, guys. That's basically the way I'm feeling right now. If I see a momentum down here again, then but I don't know if I want to grab a momentum way up here. And again, it's perspective because, from where we open, we're way down. So look at that. Okay. We'll grab it. I see a turnaround happening. I'll grab it real quick. Did I get anything there? I don't know if I actually made money on that trade. 61 and 87. Did I lose money on that trade? Yeah, I think I did. I think I lost money on that trade. Oh, well. That one I sure as heck didn't. 333. Next is below 300. That's our next goal. Baby steps. Just get out quick if it's going the wrong way. Here we go, guys. This is a momentum trade. Momentum up. And there it goes. There we go. Did that actually make me any money? God, I feel like I lost money on that trade. Sold out at 34, got in at 17. Okay. So it should have been much more than that, the way it was moving. But again, market is just toasting me. How close are we to breaking? Okay. See, so much better when there's a 2 in front of it. That's where I was yesterday. Just. I got to go work out, guys. I got 2 more sessions, well, at least 1 more session to do. Thank God it's Friday, right? Got an appointment with Rob Libson with Lightspeed. Okay, guys, that's a momentum trade going up for momentum, upward momentum, and we'll grab it there. And what did that got us below into the 2s, right? So close. So the order flow showed momentum up just before I took that trade, so I grabbed it short term. That's all I had, That was it. So it wasn't a buy the dip, it was a momentum trade. That's from years of momentum trading. Trying to call out what style as I see them. Whew. That would have been a good one to catch too, huh? Broke the 57. This would be by a dip right now if it comes back down. Yeah, that was the dip I missed. I'm going to buy it there. Yeah, so that's actually a pretty good dip. Unless it starts to fade off this price. We'll take that. That was a decent trade, right? So now we're down to 279. So we're making ground. Taking base hits rather than holding it too long. And that was a buy the dip trade. Didn't really know, I did not know it showed no order flow showed it was going to go up. So there's a difference there with momentum and buy the dip. You could call it a recoil, too. Wow. So now we have some momentum. It's really hard to read it here. Remember, we're only seeing about 40% of this. So, but you also had the MACD sending that up. You're living at the point of control market magnet right here. And you have 860 and a quarter ATR sending it down. So right now, shorting as it comes up, You just want to back it up with a little bit of order flow. I missed it, but that was callable. MACD keeps sending it down too. See it? So now we got to look to see if we can get a momentum or buy the dip as it comes back down to the 57. Right now, market makers right closer to 58. It looks like a momentum up right here, guys. I'm getting ready to take a momentum trade upward here. Nope, it passed, so no way. All right, so there, now it's going. No, yeah, let's look for a better to look for a dip than a, oh, there it went too. It's just, it was small. It was really hard to see that. Now it's growing. $860 would be a sell. We're very close to it. Try to catch a recoil off 860. It went to 83. I'll take that. Got it. Oh boy, terrible fill, right? Let's get out of this trade if we can. I'll just take a small slice of a profit there. Got me down. I think, I don't know. I'm not sure I even made money on that trade. And we have the exchange fees to worry about, but wasn't trusting that it wasn't going to keep going up there on that short. Buyers were weak here. Sellers strong. Now the sellers are coming up. So we've got the 857 support possibly. Let's look at the other data. It definitely is calling for support there. I'm going to go for a momentum and dip trade all in one. Recoil. And man, that was a lame trade for what it should have given me. Yes, I know I'm trading market. I shouldn't complain. I know what I'm doing. Don't send me an email. I'm whining. Remember, I'm talking live on a microphone too, guys, so you're reconciling your thoughts and you're trying to be entertaining. Can't be too harsh with the professor. He keeps talking. You can always mute me. It's an entertainment channel, guys, you know, almost as much as it is a trading channel. They kind of go hand in hand, right? If with this kind of trading anyway. It's fun to watch. I like to watch other people do it too. I just don't have the time just to see if there's anything I can learn by the way they read price action. You can never know too much, right? You continually learn your whole life. 57. I got to quit telling stories and watch this price action. Looking for 57. Keeps banging against it. Broke through it for a second, had a recoil. It went through so much that I didn't pick it up. I was waiting for a second strike down and it just didn't happen. God, I missed that trade. That was a good trade. I missed it. It's our volume, 34K now. Uh-oh. This might mean that I need an afternoon session if this volume goes much lower. What's AMD? AMD's down to 19,000. Wow, so it really has 11 o'clock. So the RV strategy is just ending, really. A lot of people are jumping out. And that's one of the reasons my market fills aren't as good as they were just a few minutes ago. Darn, come on, don't everybody leave yet. I need to make more money. What am I at? I'm still down 267. It's not the end of the world, but come on. I have to see how these fill, because if it's, I might be fighting a losing battle and just get out of this and come back maybe at 3, I guess. I don't know. We're looking to short off 860. Look at the strength as it hits it, of course. Lots of recoils here before it even gets there. So there it went. I'm going to take it. It had a quick recoil, didn't get it. 860.58. That was good. It paused long enough to fill my order. We're down to 225. See, the volume went up as it was going up. That was that secondary ding. So now we're at the quarter ATR, right about 860.37-ish. It's going to go down. I'm going to jump on a momentum down, hoping it continues down on a momentum down. That's what that was. Price order flow showed down, and it was for a brief second, and then it went away. So I've got to get out of that trade. Okay, good. It actually worked in my benefit, but I mean, I knew that was going to happen. No, I didn't. I meant to do that. But what I did want to do is get out of the trade, and I did that and just got lucky that it made me money. The momentum didn't happen. The entry wasn't very good. There's a couple of things that maybe just said the second you can get out without a big loss, just move out of that trade. What's our 460 is our worst over there? You're making it. Oh, we have a couple of green people. Look at you guys. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. What's the highest? $105 green. Well, that's really good. You're better than me. You need to be running a class. That's outstanding, guys. You know, maintaining your risk is a lot of things. Times I just don't do that. And that you're obviously learning that pretty well, even though I'm leading you down a bad road. You know? Let's get a bead on this because this is now breaking its pattern a bit. So it broke the 860. Yeah, there it goes. Not wanting to short that right this second. Taking a look at everything else. Everything. Wow, Tesla's up to 331. Yeah, keep going, baby. I'm up at 379. I think I have a sell at 414. 150 shares. But that's the other account set up to do this, so I can't take other swings. I can only scalp, and I'm busy scalping over here. So that's kind of tied up the capital over there. That's one of the reasons I want to get out of that trade. Well, I like to make money as well, but just saying, I mean, money would be good. Wow. There was a momentum down and I missed it. Ugh. Momentum up now, so I'll grab the up. That is a momentum trade going upward off momentum. And we got a little bit of a trade there. Broke us down below 200. Yeah, I'm pretty good at momentum, guys, when I have enough volume. That's kind of one of my main scalping skills. But then buy the dip kind of works into that, right? Wow. So here's our floor. That's at 864. Let's mark the 865 level, guys. That's a $5 level. It's right here. I don't mind these lines on my chart. Some people don't like to do it. I want to be reminded because I'm looking at so many things, even with these indicators that are telling me. I'm looking at so many things so quickly that to be reminded of $5 levels and $10 levels is a good idea. Now, this is where the big trade desks are going to react. So watch out for that floor level as a rejection level. Looking more to go short than momentum up. Okay, so it hit the floor. Strong. 865. There it goes. All right, so that should go down. We get a quick momentum down here. Quick retracement, please. Did you not hear me? We want a retracement. Let's get a retracement now. Come on. You wanted a retrace. Boy, it doesn't look like it at all. Look at that. That doesn't look good. I have to get out of this trade real quick here. I'm going to take a lesser loss there. Oh, it hit me. It hit me hard right at the last second. Yeah, put me back over 200. Yeah, that was really strong looking up. All of a sudden, I had to get out of that trade. So, woo. So we got a new animal moving here. This is really trending up. Yeah. All right. So now we're into the buy the dip situation, I think. $865 keeps threatening that level again. There's an upward momentum right there. Let's see if it maintains. Didn't. Already died out. Holding into the upward move still. Just going by past data only, really, at this point. I don't see price action helping me here. It's going to fade. I got to get out of that trade. Okay. I got back most of what I had a minute ago. Yeah, back to 192. Yeah, see, it's starting to fade, so that's why I got out of that trade. Okay. That is buy the dip based on a recoil. Got it. So now we are at 164. We're making ground. Hopefully it's educational somewhat, since I let everybody down early on. Don't want to get cocky here because it's just, you're always just right on a knife's edge when you're reading stuff, you could go either way, so you just got to be able, you still have to have that overall react to the trade thing that I wasn't doing too well with on my opening trades. I just let it ride. And that's part of the allure too, is you just right at the open after the market orders wash out, if they go against you, you feel like they're going to come back. There's a high probability. Well, that was just because people were selling off. And then it lures you into staying past what you should in a trade, And then as you go deeper in, debt, so to speak, then you take bigger chances. And then you have to really think, am I being hijacked? Why did I take that trade? Okay, so that is an amazingly good dip looking opportunity, but I'm just waiting. Yeah, okay. I think that's going to be a momentum up as well. So let's see. Nope. Momentum's gone. So now we're just at the mercy of the buy the dip, and it worked out for us. So 146. Really got to get going soon too. So, because I have to trade that other session or they're going to be screaming at me. This is what everybody's trading. So you're kind of getting it anyway, right? Just I'm not doing it more RV style. I'm doing it much more short-term style. It's hard to do this much on RV style right now. You can do the same thing with 1,000 shares. When the volume gets down this low, though, you got to count on their dark pools filling you. 867. Need a momentum down look. I don't see one. I just see a strong move up. Where'd my clock go? My other clock. See, sometimes I really need that thing. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Yeah, see, I missed it. I needed it a second ago. I needed to know when that candle was going to close exactly, Coming up to a 15-minute here. I kind of fell out of the zone. I'm trying to tweak my brain here. Kind of got squirrel. I kind of left the chart for a minute. My brain started thinking about other stuff. I need the cone of shame. Show me something. Show me some reversal up here. Just not. It's not very explicit, guys. I'm just slowing down here because I don't want to force these. There's a rejection, but I'm already lower than the 79, 67 that I wanted. MACD says down, momentum says up. Interesting. See how far these have diverged apart. That's the 9, that's the 20. Ooh, almost hit buy there. Okay, I'm going to go for that. I'm going for a recoil. This is a recoil trade. We'll take it. And that got me something, right? 134. Market's really hurting me, but it'll be a milestone just if we can break below 100. So for one stock, this is great. If that's all I did, you know, what a day. It's a great day. You're making 8,000, 9,000 a month right here. This is what you did. If I just waited and traded this the way I'm trading it. So you always second guess yourself. And I try not to go to this stock first off because I know it's expensive for a lot of people. I mean, 50 shares is pretty expensive here. If you only have 5 or 10,000 in your account, you really can't do it. So on these accounts that are funded at 50K, both of them, and then I just keep drawing them down. I try to make it so, you know, people can trade with lower. I don't go into margin very often. I did go over max loss today, as was pointed out to me in the chat. I didn't even think about it. I went over 6. Max loss was supposed to be 500. It had been pointed out that if I come back to another session, it's a different session. I didn't even think about it, but if I were to think about it, I'd think like probably everybody wanted me to keep trading. I wanted to keep trading because I wasn't really worried about max loss, but you guys don't do as the professor does, right? Do as the professor says. You need a max loss. Mine was 500. I blew it. That was a mistake. But now so it's a bad lesson, right? Now I'm way better than that. But you know, I don't know what to say about it. I'm human. I didn't notice it. I think that I would have wanted to trade, and I know everybody here would have wanted me to trade. I always have Charlie check me if I'm feeling funny, like when I was sick last week. Am I being hijacked? Am I thinking right? That was the one time we had a real conversation because I was trading 1,000 shares on some of the trades. You know, I don't want to go down 50K because I'm feeling a little funny. So I said, you need to tell me. And she's been trading long enough now to know, you know, how I take trades. Like if I just doubling down mindlessly and just, I got to make it work, and, you know, scaling in. Look at this. It's a new day right now. So hit the floor. Okay, I'm going to play that as a momentum up and a dip all at the same time. Play it was a bad choice of words, I guess. And no, it didn't do it. So it's hurting me. I don't like the look of it at all. I have to get out of this in a second. Yeah, it's hurting me. I'm just going to get out. Yeah, I lost money on that trade. So yeah, 164. Yeah, it just looked like it was going to go down to me. It just no sign of that momentum that I thought I was getting. So now, had I not gotten out of that trade and kept doubling in, that's something Charlie would have said, you know, that's not how you normally trade, professor, you know. So when I was at max loss, the question would have been arose like, he's still trading, he's out of control. Well, I didn't even look at the chat right then, but I would have gotten a message here in the studio if she felt I was out of control. So I do have that little stopgap for trading. Nice. Look at that. I'm going to momentum trade that. That's a momentum trade. Ah, boy, it is all over the board. What's the volume? 81. 81K. So volume increased. Looking for it. That was oh man. No. Got to get out. It's going to hurt me again. Last second. Lesser loss. Ugh. Yeah. I lost control of that, so I just got out. I lost what was going to happen at all. I saw nothing but price going up and down. Oh my God, I got to stop soon, guys. Just fight this through with the other team. I just need a break. There it was. That was the momentum I didn't get. Oh my God. That would have almost made me green had I caught that. So the floor, helped it there. Something to keep in mind. Trade desk share size jumped in there and moved that price action. There's our VWAP calling it up there. Remember, we were way higher earlier in the market, so it's not like this is a upward trend. It's just a retracement. It is really calling that level out there. This is, yeah, 67 was the level. I had it marked before, I thought. So now it's broke it. 17. Come on. I had a better entry than that. Wow, I think I lost money on. No, I was at 80, right? 180 something. Okay. I'm tempted to raise the share size just to get out of this quicker. Whew. See $1 moves over and over. I try to pick it up on the ask on a spike up there because it keeps recoiling over $1, but I get such bad market entry that I can't take advantage of the trade. It is making a flat top though, so could be a much bigger breakout than a trend. It'd be better to trade the momentum up here if I can get a dip here. See, that's 64. Yeah, I'm gonna look for it to go back down to 865 if I get a dip, because it's gonna break the 67 here. Might do it right now. I mean, it already has, but I mean, like, really break it. Football season's about to start. I'm excited about that. I'm a big football guy. All the way back from being a towel boy at the Miami Dolphins. That's how old I am. long time ago. Larry Zonka, Bob Greasy, Jim Kick, Mercury Morris, Nick Bonacani. That was my my teammates, if you want to call it that. Paul Warfield. They're coming back to me. Oof. And I wasn't, you know, in college yet or anything, even in high school, really. 1968, 69, in between living in the Bahamas and just before their perfect season. So it really broke. So recoils are dangerous, but let's see if we can get a. It's not recoiling down much, so I'm watching it. It definitely cut its recoil quite a bit. Again, I'd rather be the momentum up. I missed it. 68 now. 68.13 on the market maker. 16. Okay. I'm going to go for the downward, a downward retracement here. Already happened, and it wasn't enough. Boy, a series of bad trades. Series of bad trades hitting me here. Oh, that's it. I got to get out. Wow. So I'm back now over 200. So I don't know if I have the time. I'm going to have to come back for this, I think. Yeah, that was a bad trade. There is no recoiling happening right now downward. See if we can catch a couple momentums here. Going up, looking for a dip. That's the $70 mark. I don't even have it marked here. It's her VWAP, guys. That should be a rejection. Really making an upward move here. Is it going to blow through that too? We're just going to jump on this thing if it keeps blowing through everything. It went through the $10 level, and now it looks like it's going to go through the VWAP. Can we catch a dip back down to close to 870? Could reject off this VWAP. Watch out. Might go down a couple, $3 here, so. I'm not ready to call it short, though. Looks like it's going to go down a second. What's our 132 volume on the way up? So people want this to go up big time. Yeah, I'm going to grab it there, guys, on a momentum and a dip and a recoil. So I'm going to hold this for a minute until it goes decently red. I'm going to hold it into an upward move here to try to make a little bit more money off of this trade. There it goes. That's decently green. Let's try to get out on the ask up there so it's an actual really good trade. There I am. It almost picked me up. 7 cents from being picked up. Here it comes. 200 shares shouldn't have stopped me. All right, so that's the best I think I've been. No, maybe not. I don't know. Got back my confidence a little bit after those two bad trades. The goal right now is break below 100 down. That's all I'm going for right now. Just break below 100 down. I'm going to mark that VWAP level. It says 871.38. I marked it a little higher than that. Wow. It's just, would I be green now if I just hung on to that trade? Close to it, huh? There's some momentum going down, but I don't trust it. It's not going to pick me up on a bid, guys. Is it done? No. It's going up. I'm grabbing it on a momentum. Momentum is over. Recoil's over. Now it's ride the trend, which isn't really a trend because we didn't break an ATR. So yeah, pretty hard to call just generally here. Does seem like it's slowing down, so it's scaring me here. Yeah, I got to get out. Let's see, any kind of a reprieve? Yeah. Put me back up here. Didn't want to get caught in a big dip there. Sure doesn't look like it's going to dip, huh? Momentum up. Is it going to actually do what it said? It was $16. I keep wanting to hold for the upward, continuing upward move, but it seems to be stopping. So it's just, instead of taking like the little base hit, I was holding for deeper, and that's proving to not be too good right now. Oh boy. Yeah. So backwards, one step forward, two steps backwards, right? Look at that. 11:29, and I'm tired. Okay. That says up. Just going to stop holding it for the trend move and just get in and out with base hits. That was working, and I got a $30, $40 trade there instead of a $60, $80 loss. It was just like, come on. I just thought it was going to keep going. So, of course, if I was holding it, then it did keep going, right? There it goes. 49 was an upward momentum order flow. Give me a quick $108. God knows what the exchange is doing to me now. It's probably closer to $50. I don't really know. I mean, it is only 50 shares, but $75 level now. I think I need to move this thing. 875. Oops, that's not what I wanted. $857. God, that's how low it was not too long ago. Woo-hoo, huh? I just missed some kind of move there. That's what that bell was. Oh, that's the VWAP. So we'll get rid of that line. Just keeps going. Just keeps going. Volume's back up to 112 on the way up. So if you survive that dip, you're doing great, you know? Just hold out for a longer RV trade and we're doing great. I was looking for a pullback to the 75 level. It's not doing it. Showing an upward momentum, in fact. I'll grab it there. I'm going to hold that into a little more pain if it causes me some pain. That's enough to take that trade, so 172. Look for the dip. That's a decent dip from what it was doing. 87. It was already recoiled up above it a minute ago. Got that. 53. Let's just get below 100 down. Hey, there we go. There's a nice dip. I'm gonna grab that, guys. That is a recoil trade, so let's hope I'm not misreading the recoil. We have an 87-cent recoil there. That was good. So we're down to 127. Just going to take the base hits. This volume is picked up, so it's easier to read them too, guys. That's one of the biggest. I could read the price action and order flow much easier because of the volume. That one surprised me though. Jesus, huh? He just wants to get back up to 500, I think. Trying to zone in, guys. Recoil on the shorts really tight right now. Looking to go long on momentum. Okay. That was a buy the dip and pray for the momentum to switch the way that it was going, and it didn't switch. I'm going to hold it a little deeper. Well, I wanted to hold it to $100 and it broke $100. So this is an anomaly and I got stuck in it. And this will be, if this thing goes big red, it's my last trade today because I'm obviously just too tired here. Yeah, I held it deeper because it always was coming back, you know, and I just was playing that like it's on a trend. And then it stings you, you know, the second you change what you were doing, it was working. You know, that was working for me. I was trying to get green like all at once and just get done. And now it's hurting me in a big way. So last gasp here before I'm out. Here we go. It's turning around. So let's see if we get momentum up here. I'll set my share size differently. Scaling, I mean. No. It had a move and then it stopped. Holding out. More of an RV trade, guys. We're right at the 9. Don't freeze, Thinkorswim. Jesus. $3 off my position, roughly. Here comes an upward move. I'm going to buy in. And scaled in to get out. Now it's going to really hurt me if it fades here. So I've got to be super careful here. But heck, is that exciting? What's our volume? 62. Checking because exiting on a market, I wanted to know. Do I get greedy or get out? Should have got out. I'm going to get out. Hesitate to look. Back down to 210. You guys didn't get in that, I hope. No. I'll go a little longer, guys. It's just I'm pretty tired, but I mean, I'm having more success than failure, but it's just because this was $600 down and it's 210 down, but starting to really hit a wall here with reading this. $74, $73. You know, when you're in a big trading room, people just call out all the other levels from all the other stocks on a regular basis, so you don't have to keep looking. Especially when everybody's trading the same stock, makes it really easy to make that quick decision when you hear the other data, you know. Here we go. All right, this is a momentum trade. There was $25 for a brief second. And that was more. So that got me back down below 200. I'm sweating because I'm so tired. I take breaks in between the trading sessions, but I'm trying to not have to come back today because now I've really gone late. These guys are trading MU, so it makes it easier for this. I could skip their session. YouTube makes lots of problems for me. But hopefully people are learning how not to trade, at least. I'm fidgeting with the screen a lot. Kind of falling out of the zone, trying to recalibrate. Is that VWAP going to hold it? Remember way back when I marked that? Yeah, it's just a little tiny pullback on the 15-minute. We're making a bull flag on the 5-minute, and the VWAP may be our turning point. So let's see what we get here. That's at 71. Looking to see if we get some upward momentum to trade this VWAP move. No. It's the opposite. It was downward momentum. Ooh, we could short it. There's the $10 level. We turn around right here in the 5-minute. We have an amazing bull flag which could send it way in the stratosphere up to like 890. There it goes. All right, that's an upward momentum. So I'm going to try to catch that. Not exactly blowing up my skirt, as they say. It's going to get out. It got out as it was going up, so that was good. Yeah, it's getting really jilted here. It's getting back to the VWAP. So that could be a real turnaround at that. Remember those $5 and $10 levels. $10 better than $5, obviously, and then $50 levels. Gee, you really want to watch those. It's making a channel. I mean, it's not a small channel. It's a $2 channel between the VWAP and the 70, right? Yeah, it's just about at 870. Well, it's a $1.70 channel there, if it holds that. It's going to hold the 870 or not. No. Strong sellers right there. Now there's a fight. I'm going to go for it. Going for the recoil. Already recoiled as I picked it up, so that's too bad. So I got to be really careful here because this is about to flush, it looks like. So get out of this trade as quickly as possible for any kind of a green. And there was a little bit of a green there. So 122. Hey, we're closer to the 100 than I thought. Those last two trades were decent. And neither of them seemed like they were going to be very good to me. So I was panicking. Panicked. The more and more tired I get, the more and more serious it seems on the trading. I'm literally sweating down the sides under my shirt like I'm sweating. I should be doing a nice workout sweating, not a trade sweating. It's not good for your health. Wow. There was the move that got me green. Damn, huh? Damn, double damn. Dun, dun, dun. Back to the future. Damn. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, it's going up, guys. It's pulling back, but it's going up. So I'm going to grab it. Don't make me a liar. You made me a liar. There it goes. I was looking to add on an upward swing, but I think I'm just going to get out. It's really stalling here. Can we get a decent trade? Decent, like more decent than $9? Apparently not. It's taking me backwards again. I don't want to go backwards. Stalled. Looks like a dip. Don't dip me. Wow. Right out of my position. Just playing games right outside my position. That was decent. So I broke 500 there. Oh, God. Almost below 100. That's a palatable loss, but I will make sure that it is green no matter what I do. I'm just going to try to hit that goal before I log off. And then when I come back, I can 1 or 2 trades make it when I'm a little rested. But we came back. It's just been a struggle to come back. It's going to be a good week overall. I mean, I don't want to count my my money before it happens here, or my losses. So I'm just, don't get over cocky here, but it's been a struggle, guys. Jesus, it's been taking over an hour, right, to come back from this, just because I kept losing. That is a momentum up still. Yeah, I'm going to grab that up. That is an upward momentum. One more tick. Not that way, the other way. There it goes. That got us below 100. So I'm going to stop right there, and we will be green before you know it. So, geez, huh? Hope you guys are doing okay. That was a struggle. But I do enjoy trading, but geez, man, when I get tired, it's harder. All right, I gotta not talk a long time to you guys and get out of here so I can get some other stuff done. So I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure I'll be on in the afternoon. Probably not. So have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday. We'll give the update then about where we're at. I think we'll be over 1,000. Right now we're at, you don't count the money I'm losing. I'm going to make this positive today, come hill or high water. So we'll be over 1,000, I think, for the week, which is good. And that's it for now. Be kind to yourself and go green out there, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good weekend.